So let's now go through some different example problems for finding the area of rectangles or squares. And remember that you can use the formula where the area of a rectangle or a square is just the length of that shape multiplied by its width. So length times width will give you the area. And since this is a square, we know all the side lengths are the same length. So this is 6 meters, and likewise, these are 6 meters as well. So to find the area of this, the length or the width, it doesn't matter which we call which. This could be our length, this could be our width. We're just going to multiply the two. So the area being the length times the width is just 6 times 6 in this case, and let me be more careful. We'll use our units here. So we have 6 meters multiplied by 6 meters, and that will give us 36, and meters times meters is meters squared. So in our box here, we would put 36 square meters. But if you don't want to use the formula, remember that we can also just split the shape up into smaller unit squares. So for instance, this width here, we can break this up into 6 equally sized pieces where each piece has length 1 for its width. Let me do that very quickly. And we will follow the same process for its length. We will split this into 6 equally sized pieces where each would have length 1. So I'll do that quickly as well. And what we can notice is that each of these squares has length 1 and width 1. So the area of one of these squares is just 1 square meter. These are each unit squares. So to find the total area, we can just add up how many of these there are. And we can do that by counting. You can count that there are 36, or you can think it through with repeated addition. You have a row of 6 right here, and you have 6 rows. So we're going to add 6 different times, which is the same thing as multiplying 6 by 6. So let's look at a couple more examples. So we can find the area of this rectangle. And since these are fairly large numbers, it's going to be easier to just use our formula. And that will generally be true when you have bigger and bigger numbers. So it doesn't matter which we call our length and our width, but we know that the area of a rectangle is just the length multiplied by the width. So let's call this our length, and we can call this our width. But like I said, it doesn't matter if you switch those. So to find the area, we have 8 centimeters for our length, and we're going to multiply by 6 centimeters for our width, and 8 times 6, that is 48, and centimeters times centimeters will give us square centimeters. So in our box here, we can put 48, and we have 48 square centimeters. And we'll do one last question. So this one asks us, which of the following rectangles have an area of 16 square meters? So let's write our formula down. That's just the length multiplied by the width. So this one is a square where our length and our width are both equal to 4. So we multiply 4 meters by 4 meters to get 16 square meters. So that one is correct. Looks like choice A is right. Now going to our next problem. And again, it doesn't matter what we call our length and our width, but we're going to take one side length and multiply it by the other side length. And 5 meters times 3 meters gives us 15 square meters. So that one is not correct. This one, to find our area, we'll take 8 meters and multiply it by 2 meters. So that will give us 16 square meters. So that one looks to be correct. And we'll look at this last problem here, where we have 10 meters, and we'll multiply that by 6 meters. So 10 times 6, that is 60. So we get 60 square meters, which is not 16, so that's incorrect. So choice A and C are the right answers here.